And I can take that lesson now and I can apply it to my life. Becoming a skilled designer, a mother, a friend, a better partner, a better business owner really does require the patience to slow down and to break complex things down into simple parts. And that is another building block of creativity. We talked about how you need to celebrate the fact that you're original, because being creative is about exercising the muscle that is your own brain and just kind of seeing where it leads you. But the second part of that is learning to discipline yourself to hone that natural ability you might have into something powerful. And that's something artists do. It's just natural. It comes with the territory. I'm not someone who likes to practice, but it was so drilled into me. I mean, we didn't just start doing projects right away. You had to do a sketch first, and then a thumbnail, and then you had to do a mock-up, and you had to do over and over and over again. But what I learned is that my best work came after practice, after writing it down and thinking it through and testing and playing. So really, what I want to share is that you have to have the patience to show up again and again. And you're not going to be good at it. And what happens when you show up again and again to something you're determined to do when you're not good at it is that you develop a growth mindset. You're willing to engage in learning despite not having a product, immediately. And this isn't just for artists, this isn't just for being creative, but it applies across life. I want to say that my growth mindset helped me to begin to work through my anxiety. My growth mindset allows me to not give up hope when I'm having a difficult relationship with somebody. Like if you've ever not gotten along with a coworker, having a growth mindset allows you to look for solutions when it's really easy to get stuck on the problem. And it will make you stand out amongst your peers, like amongst your friends or at work, is the ability to not give up when you're trying to reach a solution. Like I said, I don't want the creativity cure to just be me sharing my experiences and, walking away. I want to give you practical feedback or ideas that you could maybe use to jumpstart some of the things I'm talking about. So here are the specific tools I was given as an artist that have helped me develop problem solving skills, and I think they're useful to everybody. So my first one is research. Learning to lean on those who have been there and done that. And this is a huge skill that you can cultivate 24/7. It's very easy. For research, you've probably already done it today. When you decide what to eat, what to buy, you do research. Investing time in learning and listening to those with experience is a skill. And even more than just listening to them, learning to ask the right questions is really how you stretch that research muscle. So when it comes to research, I like to use it across my life. You can do this in your personal life too. I think especially if you're like me and you struggle with listening, learning to research people just to know them better and to serve them and love them better is a good thing too. And so, like I said, asking good questions, not just asking, how are you? Or not just letting someone share their story and then jumping in with yours, but really digging further and trying to understand who, what, when, where, and why someone did what they did. Asking somebody with more experience in any area of your life, maybe it's business, but asking them how they started, what was useful to them, where they see themselves, what were the challenges, that's really important. And then I want to say, after you ask the questions, make sure you're writing it down and documenting it. It's valuable, it's gold. We live with people who have done things for decades. And if you have someone in your life who is willing to share that information, it's absolute gold, and you should write it down. You should keep track of it. I write things down on my iPhone in my notes app. That's like my absolute favorite place because it's everywhere. It's on my computer, it's on my phone, it's on my laptop. I don't have to look for it, but journals are great too. And just writing down things, writing down how you process things. I mentioned this last time, and I said I would say writing again and again because it's really made a huge difference for me. So write down your research. Research by asking questions. The next time you're tempted to assume you can't do something, right? Whatever it may be, instead of thinking about how you can't do it, start asking how might you do it. And just like we talked about play last time, don't worry about having the perfect solution immediately, but just warming up that muscle of possibility. Let me ask myself, how could I do this? Let me research this. In fact, this podcast is the result of me asking those questions. I was not going to do this until I started looking it up and just saying, let me just try it. I had to approach it with a growth mindset. I'm not going to be good at this right away, but I'm going to try it anyway because I think the benefit of what I have to offer is better than the risk of me just not ever doing it at all. So that's kind of